you can create your own higher order functions. Now, in this example, I am creating what I want to have done to the list. But I am using a pre-built function called positive in this case. So I'm going to check, and that's why I'm doing the call and results first instead of just the code. So bear with me because I feel like I'm doing it backwards, but I want to explain what's going on first. I'm checking to see if there's any positive values in the list. And as long as there's a positive value, I return the first instance of the item in the list and then just the rest of it because it's done. And as long as I have something greater than 0 in the length of the list, I'm good to go. Anyway, member if is what I am personally creating as the higher order function. The parameter that's included with the higher order function is going to be positive with a question mark, which should already be done. And then, as you know, it's always going to be the data list at the very end of this. Now, again, positive with a question mark could be negative next time, could be equal, could be something different. So you notice in the code that proc, which really should be highlighted 3 times here, is going to be the variable. But it's also the function. So I'm going to have that function apply to our car of the current item of the list. And if it does, then we keep going on with the rest of the list. Else we go ahead and get to the bottom of that list with a cooter and go from there. And then we'll notice that we have a condition also for if the list happens to be null as well. So notice this actual function can return multiple items. It can return a list, or it could end up returning a false if it, well, went all the way through and didn't find a value that was positive. So it's very interesting on how we can get away with using a parameter to go ahead and apply itself to a certain list or to a value in a list or something of that nature. But notice it's just a variable. So we have to kind of open up our minds here and what possible items could we want to do a member if or member of. Should have probably done member of. But anyway, that's the overall setup that we're going to use for a mix of a higher order function and our own function argument with that. Now, what I have for an exercise for you below here is going to be, you're going to open up a certain file that I gave you before, and that was the sort.scm or apps.scm, and you're going to find 3 more higher order functions within that file. All I want you to do is comment on them, use the higher order function found somewhere in the file, try to get it to work, and then display the results. And then again, this is going to be probably something that you're going to use in the lab. So you may want to send it to me just saying, hey, did this exercise, here's what the 3 that I came up with, and we'll go from there. So keep that in the back of your head, and good luck with the design. It's not easy, let's put it that way.